And we are back with another review video today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kansept Shard. And it's definitely too good not to do a video on, so let's get into it. So if you saw my previous video, I had a video where I did a mail time from my friend Dan. Sent me a box that was supposed to be just the Olight i5 UV, and he threw this guy in there along with a couple other things, and this immediately made it into my rotation. He knows I love the copper, and man, this thing is great. Sorry. I haven't taken it apart, oiled it, cleaned it, none of that stuff yet. The only thing I've done is put, a little bit of an oil coating on the blade. And I do that because I live in Florida and I just like to take a little bit of extra care with my blades. And I love fidgeting this thing. So since I opened it up and looked at it on the video that where I got the box from him, this is kind of like a reverse unboxing. I'm just going to go through the content of the box. This is the Kansept box, and it is super nice. For anybody who's been buying iPhones for a while, this definitely gives you an iPhone box feel, except for, maybe the geometry of the box. But aside from that, it's a high quality box. It shows the Kansept Shard, 3.4-inch blade. Designer is Ken Ning. And then it gives you the model number, and it tells you the finish S35VN with thumb slot. I will talk about the thumb slot. Black anodized titanium with copper inlay. So in the box, one of my favorite things about this is you get a really slick pouch. If you wanted to carry this knife in a bag or in your pocket and not use the pocket clip, you could definitely use this pouch. This thing's super nice. Being somebody that likes bags and pouches, I am a fan of anything that comes in a pouch. And then inside the box here, we also have silica gel packet. Don't eat those. You get your Kansept microfiber cleaning cloth, and then we get one of these. No, all the writing's on the other side. So warranty information, and then just kind of breaks down normal use and care, and then the agreement for the knife. So a lot of cool stuff that comes with this. I like that they went a little bit overboard on the packaging. I'm a big fan of that. Here's your cleaning cloth. That actually is a pretty good size. I'm not going to put all this back in the box right now. My videos tend to have a lot of filler to begin with. So let's see. So closed, knife length. We are roughly 4.5 inches. And then when we flick him open, we do have about 3.5 inches on the actual blade. Same thing, pretty close with the cutting edge. So let's do a couple comparisons. So just for anybody who, obviously most people know this knife. This is the Ontario Rat Model 1. See, it's a little bit smaller, a little bit better profile than the Rat Model 1. And then this is your Civivi Nox. Pretty similar to like the Elementum. A little bit slimmer than the Elementum, I believe. So it does have a little bit more size on that guy. And then we'll look at just a couple O knives, because I've recently been just loving all the O knives that they've been coming out with. So this is the Drever. Pretty close to the same size. And then I haven't got a lot of pocket time with this yet. This is the Splint. And you can see he towers over the Splint just a little bit. And the last one we'll look at is what I was carrying the moment I got this knife. I immediately put it in my pocket. So this is the Freeze 2. I love this knife. I've loved it since I've got it. It's had a couple months of carry time now. And this Splint almost immediately replaced it. So yeah, I'm a fan. I've finally got this knife like completely broken into. It's like fully dropped shut. So I'm gonna have fun with this one. like I said, I just needed to do a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of maybe not even cleaning, but I do want to just oil up the bearings. It does have ceramic ball bearings. There we go. Get this guy out. I also haven't sharpened or done an edge or anything on this yet, so I've just been using it as I got it, and about 4.4 ounces. So this is, from what I gather, we have some designers from Kaiser that have created Kansept, and Kim Ming is the designer of this knife. And you have black titanium scales with a copper inlay, and it is a very, very smooth transition. I can't even really get a thumbnail in. I mean, I can, but I mean, it is smooth. There's like C0 lip as far as like the copper inlay goes, and you can barely even tell from the transition. So that inlay is done extremely well. You have your pocket clip on the back. Of course, it is a tip-up carry, and the pocket clip, it is a lot of retention. So depending on the type of pants I'm wearing, sometimes I have to two-hand it to get it into my pocket. Not a big deal. I don't mind so much. You got your frame lock and flipper tab. Now this thing does have the thumb hole. My hands may be a little too big, but trying to hold this, I can't get to the thumb hole at all. So for me, that is just an aesthetic thing. It's not actually functional for me, which is okay. In most scenarios, I'm going to use the flipper tab anyways. And get a back shot here. There you go. There's your standoffs. And instead of having the giant hole for a lanyard like you see on a lot of knives, like this guy here, this just has a stud on the back, and you can just tie off a lanyard, and you've got plenty of clearance. Let me get out a flashlight. There we go. And there is plenty of clearance from like the blade to that. There's nothing there. You're not gonna snag it or anything. So no worries there. As far as the actuation of the knife, feels great. It is, like I said, it is ceramic bearings. I contemplated trying out phosphor bronze. I don't know if I'm going to. I kind of like it the way it is. It does. I would say it's a drop shut. Where the angle that I'm at, I can't really move my wrist to catch it on camera. So it is pretty much drop shut. It just takes a little bit of encouragement, but there's really not much resistance. So I don't mind that at all. That is not a big deal to me. Hardware. So hardware, we have definitely T8 on pivot. Yes. And then I'm going to guess the rest of the body hardware is going to be T6 and T6. Yes. Okay. Pretty common. I mean, yeah, there are manufacturers out there that do T8 hardware all the way around. Not a major thing for me. I don't take my knives apart a whole lot. So benefits of T8 over T6 is generally just less of a chance to strip it out. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, not a huge deal for me. We'll do one more look around this knife. Dan, I've been loving this thing, man. Been loving it. I don't really have a whole lot of Tanto blades, especially like reverse Tanto. So it's been fun, and I actually really have started to like how this blade curves. Let me go up here. There we go. Here we can see the blade, S35VN, and pretty much a stonewash, I would say. And the maker, let's see, there you go. Real quick before we go to that. Shard on one side, you've got your model number down here, and then S35VN in the corner. Oh, let me knock over my flashlight real fast. And then your maker's mark, there you go. Kim right there on the scale. And you know what's funny is one of the things I've noticed, if I'm not going crazy, is, yeah, that's what I thought. So my box says Kenning, and on the maker's mark, it shows Kimning. But there you go. So no liners, so no skeletonization or anything in there. So it's just solid as far as like titanium scales go, and then you have your copper inlay. That's why she's a little bit more heavy. And man, this thing is a fidget beast. I do like it a lot. There you go. We'll go back up to the blade one more time. They did a really good job knocking this down. There's no sharp points. If I could get my finger in there to flick this open, it would definitely be easy. I could just tell. There's nothing to catch on my thumbnail or my, whatever finger I'm using. A couple of my knives that have that cutout, they really aren't knocked down very well, and it scratches my nail up. So not a big deal for me. Here we go. And I really like the gold hardware against the copper. I like that a lot. So let me see here. Where is my... So like I said, this is just the edge that I got it with. I haven't done anything. I'll probably strop it up today. I just wanted to get this guy on camera. And man, like I said, I've been a huge fan. Cuts like a beast. Dan, I don't know if you sharpened it up before you sent it to me or if it's still just got a factory edge on it, but it does. It cuts great. No complaints in the cutting department. And I'm not a really, myself, I'm not a heavy user. I break down some boxes at work, and that's, cut open boxes, break them down. Little things like that. I don't do anything super crazy. Got decent jimping on your flipper tab, and you have some good thickness here, and it tapers down really well, so it is very slicey. No kind of jimping on the back if you really need to choke up, which is okay. I don't choke up very often, but if I did, it'd be totally solid. This thing has zero play whenever it's fully extended, or whenever you have it ready for cutting, there's zero play, and I dig it. The O knife that I'm using, or I guess I should say that I was using, it does have some pretty aggressive jimping that goes pretty far up. But like I said, that for me doesn't really matter a ton. I'm just a really big fan of how slick this is. It's very sleek. It fits very good. The ergos are great. It's pretty much perfect for my hand. And I really like how slender it is. Whenever I compare carry profile, it looks pretty close. Main thing though is ergonomics for this. I feel like my hand's kind of cramped just because you have this really aggressive contour here, and your hand just wants to. I don't know if it's because of the way it is, but you just want to like put pressure on your pointer finger up underneath. And with this, it's not the same at all. Maybe I don't know. It might be just a little bit longer of a handle. It is just a hair, and I'm cool with that. Like I said, that fits my hand better. That's been my one complaint about the Freeze, is the fact that it doesn't feel natural in my hand like this guy does. So this feels great. A couple things to know about this guy right here. They still sell them pretty much on all the websites. If you go to like Blade HQ, I think I've seen some on Amazon. Knife Center definitely has them. White Mountain Knives. You can go to really any of those, and there are a ton of different flavors for this knife. Like I said, this is black titanium with the copper inlay. They have them with Damascus carbon fiber. There's all kinds of flavors, so you can really just get whatever fits your taste, But this is exactly the one I would have picked. They do have a copper that's like a copper and green, and I'm glad this isn't the green variant. There we go. We can see we're pretty much at 50% lockup, and see here, 0 blade play once it's locked, and really there's no blade play until you get right about there as you're coming down, and it's very minimal. And dun dun dun, there you go. And we are dead center. So this thing, rock solid. Definitely my new favorite knife. Thank you so much, Dan. Really appreciate it, man. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit this like button and consider subscribing. I post as much as I can. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one.